Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this episode I'll be discussing Blackwater, a 2007 Australian horror film written and directed by Andrew Traucki and David Nerlich, and starring Maeve Dermody as Lee, Diana Glenn as Grace, Andy Rodoreda as Adam, and Ben Oxenbould as Jim. The film is inspired by the true story of a crocodile attack that occurred in Australia's Northern Territory, and it follows most of the traditions and tropes associated with the genre. In filmmaking, the two most important things to consider are story and character, but in a film of this nature the story is by necessity paper thin, and can be essentially summed up in a single sentence. A group of people gets hunted by a large predator which proceeds to pick them off one by one. In this case, the large predator is a saltwater crocodile, and the group of people are two sisters, a boyfriend, and a river tour guide. No prizes for guessing which one gets eaten first. So, without a detailed and engaging story upon which to hang its success, the film must rely entirely on the strength of its characters, who must be sufficiently interesting, well-drawn and likeable for the audience to care if they live or die. And therein lies the rub, because people choose to watch a film like this because they want to be scared. They want to see people being terrorised and mauled and eaten. They don't necessarily want to waste time learning what makes each of these characters so likeable and deserving of life. It's boring, and in a film that barely makes 89 minutes, it feels a lot like padding. But without a little backstory and character development, even if we don't realise it, we won't get those much anticipated thrills when the shit hits the fan, because we simply won't care. So, did Blackwater make me give even the tiniest little fuck about whether these characters lived or died? Well, yes, actually it did, but unfortunately probably not in the way that it intended. You see, I found the two girls so incredibly irritating with their constant screaming and whining that I found myself fully rooting for the crocodile and wishing him bon appetit. It's a shame because, unusually for a film of this type, it actually gets off to a really good start. It doesn't waste a whole lot of time introducing us to the characters, but instead, very sensibly and intelligently, it shows us dozens of photographs from their lives, happy snaps of them and their friends and family, which give us all the clues we need to deduce that these are nice, clean-cut, rosy-cheeked young Australians whose survival we can fully get behind. And it does all this during the opening title sequence, meaning that the film can move right along to the story after a brief journey downriver to the mangrove swamp where these people are destined to be lunch. And when the attacks happen, they're extremely well done. This is a very low-budget film, and the writer-directors created all the effects themselves in a laptop, and they wisely didn't attempt to create a CGI crocodile. They used live crocodile footage which they shot themselves at a crocodile park, and then composited that footage into their frame using the laptop, and it's very effective. Helped a great deal by the sound design, especially in one scene where we get to listen to the crocodile devouring a victim. If you consider the primary aim of the movie to scare its audience, then in that regard this film succeeded admirably. I was genuinely scared on a few occasions, and was very appreciative of excellent all-round filmmaking throughout the rest of it. And for that reason, this is a film that I own and have watched several times. It's actually a good film. So, in conclusion, the story is flimsy, which is excusable given the nature of the genre. Unfortunately, the characters quickly became annoying and unlikable. So, for me personally, the entire success of the film rests on its ability to scare me and to impress me with skillful low-budget filmmaking. And on these last two aspects, the film scores a big hit. It's one of a very select few films of this type that I actively choose to rewatch on a semi-frequent basis. And on that note, I think I'll call it a day. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you next time. See you later.